Firefly! We back! My name is Jeff McCobb. I'm a senior video producer with CinemaBlend, and I am watching through Firefly for the first time. Can't believe it took this long, but we're here, and that's kind of the point of this series. The last episode, episode 7, was huge. One of my favorite episodes so far. I honestly, 5, 6, and 7 were all my favorite episodes so far. So that means the show is just getting better and better. And episode 8, which is called Out of Gas, a buddy of mine told me this is his favorite episode in the entire season. So I'm excited to see what happens. Out of gas, that could mean a million things. I have no idea. I mean, obviously they're gonna run out of gas, or someone is. I'm assuming Serenity is gonna run out of gas for some reason. So I guess there's no time to waste, nothing to speculate. I'm just gonna jump into it. Before I do, make sure you go hit subscribe and turn on your notifications. That way you know when we're posting future episodes. Also follow me on social at Jeff McCobb, because I am just a needy motherfucker. All right, let's do it. Episode 8, Out of Gas. There she is. She's a beaut. Oh, something's going down. Have they been stranded? Is that what this is about? Are they starving? Flashback.
Come on, seriously, Zoe, what do you think?
It's a piece of Feu.
Okay, she won't be winning any beauty contests anytime soon.
Feu, I'm sure it means.
She's solid. Ship like this.
I love the implementation of that Chinese, man.
Because it's a death trap.
That's not.
The idea, of course, being
You
that
are
he's
very much
dying.
lacking in imagination. What she can be.
What's that, sir?
Freedom is what?
I meant, what's that?
Oh, yeah, just step around that. I think something must have been living in here. You never have to be under the heel of nobody ever again.
Except for you.
I already know what I'm gonna call her. Got a name all picked out.
That's the dream, man. What? He's not starving. He's bleeding out. They're gonna kill off the main character halfway through the first season. Take my land. I cannot stand. You.
I'm still free.
Out of gas.
So we got a course set?
She saved him a plate.
Took a little creative navigating,
They're
but
good.
we should make it all the way to Greenleaf without running afoul of any Alliance patrols.
Companion doesn't kiss and tell.
So there is kissing.
Hey, Doc. I think Kaylee may need your help after all.
A mode of time measurement based on solar cycles. I didn't get you anything.
I'm very, very deeply moved.
It looks like Sandra Lee's Kwanzaa cake.
Fire.
That's crazy.
You gotta talk to me, baby.
Seal off everything that leads below decks. So this is intense AF so far, but I have to discuss. Again, they're giving us another little hint about River's abilities. She said fire, and it's a mislead. You're supposed to think she's talking about the candles, but no, she was talking about the fire coming down the hallway. So, is that because she sensed there was a fire in another room? Or is it because she had like a premonition? Or is it she could like see into the future and knew that a fire was coming? Which is it? Her abilities are such a mystery that we don't know what ability she was just exhibiting in that moment. What is it? Can she read people's past? Can she read their emotions? Can she read their minds? Can she read their future? Like, she's shown signs of all of this, but it's so hard to boil down exactly what it is she can do. Anyway, they're teasing us constantly in this show.
She gonna be okay?
I need my med kit.
Not this way. We got fire.
What the happened, dog? Oh, is that why they're out of gas? It burned up somehow?
She ain't moving.
That's what Kaylee does every time somebody's in the infirmary. She's
Yes,
just
Captain.
That's a good girl.
stuck.
She gonna make it?
Please, I need to work.
Wash. Meantime, I gotta have you on the bridge. We need to know how bad it is.
I'm not leaving her side, Mal.
You're gonna get to that bridge, and you're gonna get us back on our feet.
Yeah. This is all very doable. Shouldn't be a problem at all.
Yeah, his mustache.
A few modifications.
I wonder if he and Zoe got along
Some
back.
real maneuverability out of this boat.
Such a
surprised.
goober.
Feel here.
Jimmy Buffett vibe. No, she didn't like it.
Sorry. Make yourself at home.
She's rolling her eyes.
I don't like him.
What?
Maybe it was the
Her
mustache.
heart stopped.
Maybe that's why Mal had Wash go upstairs, because he's like, you don't need to see this. It's heavy. He looks emaciated. What happened to him? Oh, God.
Zoe gonna be okay?
Jesus.
You let the doctor worry about Zoe.
Some Pulp Fiction.
Main life support's down on account of the engine being dead.
Right, but we got auxiliary life support.
No, we don't.
So what are we breathing?
Whatever got pumped into the Atmo before the explosion shut it all down?
Hell no.
A couple of hours, maybe.
Maybe I'm clinging too hard to this add a gas title. What they mean is out of O2.
Suffocation's not exactly the most dignified way to go.
I'm short of breath watching this.
The human body will.
Please, I don't really require a clinical
It's
description.
like my
right
first
now.
time seeing U571, I couldn't
I'm
breathe.
sorry.
Das Boot killed me. Okay, I can't
It's
watch
not going
people
to happen.
suffocate. If they're gasping in this, I'm gonna like be holding my breath.
We'll freeze to death first.
You get that beacon sent?
Pointless.
I'm getting a little weary of this attitude wash.
Are you? Well,
They'd be forced to stop and dig out our signal before they could even go anyplace. Well, maybe I should do that then.
Maybe you should.
Okay, good. Fine. Hey.
What do you two think you're doing? Fighting at a time like this.
Jayne's the voice of reason for the first time ever. What is that device he has?
Supposed to have this engine fixed, and us up in the name of...
She likes engines. They make her hot.
I seen the troubled plainest day when I was down there on my bath before. Your right couple's bad, so I figure why even have one?
Kaylee's taste has
Better to
changed
just take your Gene line, plug it straight
from
into
this
the port
fucking
pin
dummy
lock,
to
and that should,
a well-spoken man like Simon.
There.
You got much experience with a vessel like this?
I never even been up in one before.
Want it?
You mean,
Long as you can keep her in the sky.
What do you need two mechanics for?
I really don't.
catalyzer's
Talking about
gonna need a new one. Don't fit no more.
Well, you gotta figure a way to make it fit.
she and Wash are like, it's a lost cause, there's nothing to do. And he's like, there has to be something, make it work. Don't give up, bro. Damn, he's a trooper.
You're all keenly
Injecting
aware.
adrenaline in his heart.
And what we got are 2 shuttles. Short range, won't go far. We send both shuttles off in opposite directions. Betters the chances of someone getting seen, maybe picked up. I'm staying with Serenity.
Captain.
We sent out a beacon.
Captain goes
Even
down with
managed to
his
boost
ship.
it a little. If by some chance, get a response, someone's gonna have to be here to answer.
like you said, someone might answer the beacon. And when they do, I want to make sure that you can call everyone back.
Mal is this, like, even though he has a heart and he has integrity, he's like this no bullshit kind of guy, and they established that right in the pilot. He often says things like, I'm not asking, or like, why are we still talking about this? Or this wasn't a discussion. Like, he's always putting his foot down. Like, I'm the captain, I said how it is, and that's how it is. This is the first real instance in which we see him in a position where he has to put his money where his mouth is, so to speak. You know, he has to be a dog that's not all bark. And so in this moment when he's saying like, oh, I'm gonna go down with this ship, they all kind of give him a glance like, oh, okay. Like, almost like they're all realizing it with the audience, like we've never been in a situation this precarious and now we understand. And that's why even though they all have beef with him right now, they're listening to every word that he's saying and trying to help him make this happen because they respect that side of him. The Bruce Willis in him that's coming out. That was an Armageddon reference. I'm the captain now. That was not an Armageddon reference. Okay.
Jayne will be worth something if you run into trouble, but don't trust him and don't let him take over. You're paid up through the end of the month. It's still your ship.
Don't trust him and don't let him take over.
As
He's
far
got
as
Jayne
your
figured out.
security deposit goes, that I might have to owe you.
What's her range?
Standard short. She'll break Atmo from a wide orbit. Get you where you need to go. Bring you back home again.
I prefer something with a few miles on it.
That's a flirty kind of thing.
No crew member, including yourself, would be allowed entrance without my express invitation.
Even though he comes in all the time.
And just so we're clear, under no circumstances will I be servicing you or anyone who is under your employ.
I'll post a sign. Well, I'll be sure to take all that into consideration while I review the application.
Don't be ridiculous. You're gonna rent this shuttle to me because I can bring something that your surveyor or any of the other fish you might have online can't. A certain respectability.
He said himself, most ports won't even
Fine.
take you without a proper companion.
Well, you don't have to die alone.
Everybody dies alone.
When your miracle gets here, you just pound this button once, it'll call back both shuttles.
Go
That
see
makes
your
sense.
wife. I prepped a suit for you, so when the time comes,
I won't be needing it, but thanks.
They're learning a lot about all of their mutual respect for one another when they think they're about to die. Wash and Mal, Inara and Mal, Jayne and Mal. Well, I guess it's all about Mal. He's got some tenacity, man. I always call out his integrity, but he doesn't give up. That's me at 2 a.m. during quarantine watching Netflix.
Catalyzers are nothing part, Captain.
It's nothing till you don't got one.
Don't expect to see any weapons when we board.
And I do expect to see that engine part before I open the door.
Imagine that feeling. They're gonna rob him. That's why they're weary. Criminals,
Search the ship.
man.
Start with the cockpit and work your way down.
That's a joke.
Which one you figure tracked us?
Ugly one, sir.
Anyway,
This will be a good one. I'm
So,
curious
you
to
kill
see
us,
how Jayne comes around.
we'll never find it.
Found you easy enough.
How much they paying you?
Oh, that makes sense.
7% straight off the top.
7. Huh. Does that seem low to you?
It does, sir.
Got your own room? No? You share a bunk.
Jayne, I ain't asking.
Shut up. How big a room?
At one point in the pilot, Mal asks Jayne why he didn't turn on him. And Jayne says something along the lines of the money wasn't worth it, or the money wasn't good enough. And that's a cool flashback to see, because the reason that Mal had considered that Jayne might turn on him is because that's how Mal got Jayne aboard Serenity, was saying, hey, I'll pay you more. And Jayne's just like, all right, and then shoots his cohort in the leg. But what that also tells us is that Jayne is willing to flip at a moment's notice, willing to turn. And we don't know exactly what that Alliance guy offered, the Fed offered him in the pilot episode. We don't know what he offered him, but one can assume that Jayne's decision not to betray Mal wasn't just about the price. I think there's a little something else there. He feels like that's his family. He has some integrity. He feels a little protective of them. They gave him a room. They gave him more than 7%. So the way he didn't feel a sense of community with those guys that he just betrayed in that flashback, he clearly feels a sense of community with the people aboard Serenity, even though the implication is that it's all about the money. Maybe he would flip on them, but I don't think that would happen easily. I don't think that would be an easy decision to make. But that's also interesting because earlier in the episode, Mal told Inara, don't trust Jayne. And then they do Jayne's flashback and they show you exactly why.
Already decided.
What the fuck?
We're taking your ship, this Pylagosa, out of here. We'll get it as far as...
And kill him.
Sissy?
That is an example of like a crew similar to the Serenity
You would have
crew,
done the same.
but without the integrity.
You can already see I haven't.
No,
Get the
he would
hell
not
out of my
have.
ship.
Exactly. We can already see I haven't. He's like the evil Mal, the antithesis. And that's where we began. This is a good episode. That's Mal's Wario. This guy can't catch a break, man. I hope the Serenity film just ends with him coming into a ton of money. And that's just the end of the film. And he just gets to live out the rest of his life. Sure, he marries Inara or something. Hitting that button could save 8 people's lives. Save 4 people's lives, at least. He'd be fine with hitting the button and then dying, but he knows his friends are wandering off into space in either direction, and there's no guarantee they'll be safe if he doesn't hit it.
I'll run up there and scrape up a piece.
Welcome back, sir.
I go someplace?
Very nearly.
Wash, you okay?
Yeah, Mal, I'm fine.
He's very selfless in a lot of ways.
I call you back?
No, Mal, you didn't.
Oh, they came back.
Decision saved your life.
Won't happen again, sir.
Good.
We'd have been back first if there's something wrong with Inara's shuttle.
Y'all gonna be here when I wake up?
Oh,
We'll be here.
Good.
he was about to die alone.
That's good.
You buy this ship, treat her proper, she'll be with you for the rest of your life. Son, you hear a word I've been saying?
That's good. I have goosebumps. So, wow, that was an awesome episode. He's flashing back to the salesman, treat her well and she'll be with you for the rest of your life. And you're thinking, yeah, because his life's about to end. That's why he keeps flashing back to that. The rest of his short life, right? And then we get to the ending and realize that the salesman was trying to sell him something else. And then he saw the Firefly in the distance. That's f***ing great. I have goosebumps just talking about it. Wow, that was a big episode. Gosh, this show is really trucking along. In the last like 4 episodes, like I mean, I think it was episode 5 that had the first flashback, and it was like, I was like, whoa, a flashback! And now it's just like, we got to see everyone's story. Once you think that Serenity is gonna go down, the writers show you how each individual crew member came aboard Serenity. Such a cool way to do that. Inara tells Mal, you don't have to die alone, and he says, everyone does. And then at the ending, he was about to die alone. Once he comes to and realizes he did not, he wants to make sure everyone's gonna be there when he wakes up. So the gravity of that and the importance of that, his perspective on that idea has changed, having had a near-death experience and almost having had to die alone. Gosh, that's heavy. That's some heavy shit. This is a heavy episode. Anyway, this show's just getting better and better. Every episode, it becomes more compelling, and they're really digging deep into these characters. Can't wait to return for episode 9, which is called Ariel. No idea what that means. We shall find out. I believe the spelling of that is a name, the name Ariel, as opposed to being Ariel. Anyway, we'll see what that means. I can't speculate any further because I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I'm super excited to find out because I just cannot get enough of this show lately. Please return for the next reaction. Go down, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know exactly when we post it. Be sure to follow me on social at Jeff McCobb because I'm a shameless man who needs attention, which might explain why I'm making videos so people can watch me watch TV. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.